All right.
Want to jump into
So we're
the
gonna
patch notes?
absolutely. So we're gonna do this one, I think, pretty quick.
Yep.
Obviously. So action E damage has been increased or decreased, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
decreased. Okay, little
Only other
nerf.
thing at the top is just they disabled All Chat this patch. They didn't disable it on
Yes.
literally any Western server in the game though. They pretty well said,
Okay.
"Hey, we're only disabling it on like certain servers that we thought would like it," and that's so far, from my knowledge, is Korea. Uh, and then it's enabled on every other server, so people are freaking out over nothing. Cool.
Mhm.
Graves is getting his E bonus armor decreased.
Yeah, it was fucked. It still probably
So
is.
fucked.
Jinx, passive attack speed increased, E range increased, R cooldown decreased, buffs across the board.
Yeah, it's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I love
Give me
Jinx. Yeah,
some Jinx games. Yeah, she's so fun.
yeah.
Try this.
Karthus's E mana restore is reduced early and scales more with rank.
Okay. Lux base
Oh.
attack speed per level increased. Passive mark duration adjusted. E damage increased. R cooldown decreased. Um,
These are crazy changes.
did this patch just come out?
Yeah, today.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like I experienced that against the Lux, and it was very unpleasant.
Yeah, she can
Uh,
clear backwave a lot easier. Her alt cooldown being way lower is insane. The fact that her passive
mhm,
more like easily can like trigger on ultimates and shit is like, it's just like those are a lot of changes at once for Lux.
mhm. Yeah, those are some buffs. Misfortune, base mana reduced, W cost increased. So
Cool.
a couple nerfs to her.
Yeah. Quinn's bonus attack speed is decreased late, which is kind of crazy because she had insane matchups like spread for like everyone who had a super high win rate character. So it's nice that they're decreasing her W attack speed.
Mhm. Scion, a nice secondary buff to his W. So they had patched it in 11.19 to give it a little more strength. And they're giving it just a little bit more. So the percentage health as is going up. I think the flat amount stays the same.
I did watch Freak's rundown on this, by the way. Scion has a relatively like not high win rate, but it's purely because 40% of Scion builds are the lethality build, which is a negative win rate build.
Mm-hmm.
So if they only were tank builds, like tank Scion builds, the character would be a very strong character. So this might be a spooky change because like tank Scion's actually
Yeah.
not shit. People just don't build them right.
Yeah, no, Tank Scion's nuts.
Yeah.
But from there we got Teemo. We love this change.
It's crazy. Yeah, so they're reducing the cooldown of his Q, increasing the blind duration by 0.5 seconds to a 3-second duration, and increasing the missile speed. So you might be able to like reactively use this to block shit. Like it's quick now.
Yeah. So it's three changes that all really amplify on each other.
Yeah,
Because I think if you had just said we're taking 1 second flat off Teemo's Q,
yeah.
you'd say, wow, that's a lot. We're increasing its duration by half a second.
Hmm.
So now we've increased the uptime even more so because now instead of it being or the downtime has gone from 5.5 to now 4 seconds. So a second and a half there,
Yeah.
and then that missile speed means like the blind gets there faster. You can apply it more precisely. It's got potential to be huge.
Like I think the 3 seconds is gross, but I also think the fact that it went from 1.5 to 2 at rank 1 is like also scary.
Hmm.
Like 2 seconds on level 1 blind is really really spooky, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
that was a lot.
Uh,
Up next, we got
yeah.
Viego. Q damage ratio increased. W self slow decreased. R crit ratio increased.
Yeah, they reduced his
Okay.
crit ratio a couple, or they increased. I don't know. They fucked around with the crit ratio a little bit. I don't know what's going on here. The reality is Vega is like just a mess of a character, uh, and I don't really know. I personally think he's OP, but like I guess he's actually not that good like overall in like solo queue. But
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think he's nuts. Also, I don't know why he even has like a crit ratio. I feel like they should put him as a bruiser. He should be a bruiser.
yeah, he
I
shouldn't be
don't
able to
think
like one hit someone to proc his shit. If he was just like a
Yeah.
like bruisery character where he didn't have the ability to like reset on you, fine. But the fact that he can and then he gets your kid is so crazy to me. But
Hmm.
yep. Next is Xayah. Her base movement speed is increased and her Q cooldown is decreased late. Another Xayah buff in a row. This is like their 7th or 8th buff of Xayah in the row. So be a little bit scary. Movement speed buffs are always something not to be like, to not like like dismiss.
They're a lot more than they seem. Yeah,
Especially
like
like an 80
anyone will
carry,
meme.
like
Yeah, 330 is a pretty high base move speed.
yeah,
Also,
cool.
Gore Drinker. Um, they now gives Omnivamp 8%. They took
Yeah.
away the health regen, and it no longer gives you bonus AD when you're low on health. They've changed the active, so it's now, instead of a total AD, it does 175% base AD.
Mhm.
So even if you build a bunch of attack damage, it doesn't change anything, though it is going to be better on bruisers
Yeah.
that are just really using their base AD. The oh no,
They
this
made
is oh wait, this is not a change to the active. This is the Ornn item.
Yes, the main thing to note here is that they're just trying to
Yeah.
make it so it's not good on, like, if you watch Worlds right now, Kiana jungle builds it first item every game. Talon jungle, pretty well every single like attack damage jungler builds it right away because they can continue to build AD and then it fucking like just it scales with them. Whereas they don't want this to be like a fucking your damage character then also has the healing sustain part. They want it to be like a fighter like type class or like a bruiser type class, I guess. But cool. Same thing with Stridebreaker, by the way. They're doing the exact same thing there. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Conqueror, the amount of time you can hold your stacks is decreased down to 4, so you have to stay in fights a little bit more.
I think it's great. It's awesome. Change.
And the amount of adaptive force you get is less. Guardian, they are lowering the shield amount, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Health shard in the adaptive stats area, it gives you more health later on.
Do you mind if I just like talk about that for 1 second? Because
yeah, go ahead.
I think Freak does really good videos, and they're fucking boring as shit usually to watch, but they're really, really. He's a smart dude. Is like the reality.
Yeah, and he approaches the game very like mathematically.
Yes,
which I think he's not like the best mechanical player, but I think he's like consistently mid-high diamond since the start of the game, and it's like right because he just like we'll look at it mathematically and like, okay, well this is the right way to do it, and if you're at least doing that's you're not getting the Mercury treads on Olaf or other such things.
Just to start off, I would implore anyone to go like watch his thing, so I'm not just ripping off his content. But he talks about health shard change for like 10 minutes in his like video because his design philosophy for this or balance philosophy for this is really interesting. Since the patch that they made health shard a option, it was like sub 5% pick rate, right? Because it's just a bad option, right? And even if it was a statistically good choice, his design philosophy was they should have buffed this choice until all 3 of the choices in that like row are 33, 33, 33% pick rate. Even if one of them's like way better than the other ones, who gives a fuck if health shard's OP for a patch or two, right? He wants players to at least understand that, hey, it feels good to pick this in this situation, this in this situation, this in this situation, so that like you can actually have meaningful fucking changes. Who cares like if health shard is OP if no one picks it or no one even considers picking it, right? You have to at least get the player base to a point where they consider making choices before you can like actually change it, right? Like, I think it's a really interesting like outlook though. Like,
and it's one of those like if you don't jump back into history, which I don't want to go too far, but like the health per level yellow runes were pretty common back in the day because it gave a lot. That went away a long time ago now. But like this is one I always want to take it because I'm like I don't really need the armor to do fine in lane. I don't really need the magic resist, but like it's just kind of a waste to take the health. So I'm excited to see where that goes. Ingenious Hunter, the base item haste has gone from 10 to 20, haste per stack from 5 to 6, and now the maximum with those changes has gone from 35 to 50.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yep, that's a lot of active items. Ravenous Hunter, they're also changing. They've gone to 1.2 Omnivamp per stack, capping at 6 instead of the 1.5, capping at 7.5 where it was before.
Cool.
So Omnivamp is fucked, and it shouldn't be easy to get.
Yeah, for sure. I just think they can like definitely do way more like minor rune changes all the time, whenever they want. Just keep adjusting shit because like people don't think about them enough anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Just quickly going over the skins are fucking awesome. It's more of the dragon skin line from like last year. So it's Truth Dragon Yasuo, Dream Dragon Yasuo, Lagoon Dragon Kaisa looks really cool. Steel Dragon Thresh is like an amazing splash art. Tranquility Dragon Karma I think is my favorite out of the skins. And then Duality Dragon Volibear Prestige Duality Dragon Duality Dragon Volibear. They both look amazing too. Volibear's ultimate in the Duality Dragon skin is one of the coolest ultimates in the game, I think. So
I will have to find that in video.
Awesome.
Several of those are also coming out with a bunch of chromas. Looks like they've also added a few chromas to other Dragon line skins that are already in the game, like Storm Dragon Lee and Storm Dragon Aurelion. So you guys can check out the patch 11.21 notes if you want to see any of those.